there's one dude who will go back and forth with the striking. It's Mike Davis. And that's why I just think that this is an interesting matchup, man, because Slavoclaus has fantastic kicks, great dexterity, great punch speed. I mean, Davis is faster, more explosive. But I think both of these guys go hand in hand. Borshchev isn't as fast and as explosive as Mike Davis, but I think he has other strengths. You know what I mean? Well-rounded MMA style. Mike Davis, he's very well-rounded as well, but I think this dude primarily, man, he wants to get up there and he wants to show you what these hands is about, and the legs and the knees and the feet and the elbows. So we were talking earlier, man, and we were just kind of saying, like, yeah, I could see how Mike Davis could win this, but Slavoclaus has a puncher's chance, maybe a little bit more, right? That's more or less what we were saying in the intro. What do these odds mean to you then? Minus 175 for Mike Davis, plus 150 for Viacheslav Borshchev. I mean, that's damn near, it's not pick 'em, but it's not like, oh, plus 200, you know what I mean? Or minus 200 plus, you know, whatever. The point that I'm making is close, numbers-wise. Why do you think that is?
Because I think this is a tit for tat kind of fight. This is one of those fights where I can see, you remember that old school game where it was the Rock'em Sock'em Robots? Exactly, man. This one's going to be, I give you a punch, you give me a punch. I hit you with the leg kick, you hit me with the leg kick. We're going to be seeing a lot of tit for tat fighting here go on because both of these fighters are very technical and very well-rounded in multiple things, man. Sure, if you go down the list, Mike Davis, powerful, scrappy, good boxing, nice kicks. What do you got to say about Slavoclaus, man? This dude is also powerful, scrappy, good boxing, nice kicks. They're both down for a brawl. This is going to be a very fun fight, man. Great wrestling all around. What I do like that I think Slava has a little bit more towards an advantage of is this dude has really dexterous hips as well as good balance. He's in there. He's jumping on one leg, trying to defend takedowns and all this stuff. What I like about Mike Davis is he's flashy, but to a point. Not necessarily over flashy where, he can start throwing stuff that doesn't even matter. You're just getting tired. But he will be flashy enough to hit you with something that you didn't see coming and knock your socks right off. This is going to be a very fun fight, man.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I agree. Everything is like literally tit for tat. This is like 1A versus 1B, damn near 1A versus 1A. You know what I'm saying? The only difference here, man, is Mike Davis is more established. He has better experience in the big show, and Borshchev still has to prove himself. But this dude's a hot commodity for that reason, right? Because this dude has a lot of hype behind him, and people think he could be good. I think he could be very good as well. Now, there's one aspect here that I think Borshchev has a little bit of an advantage of, and I think if he kind of does something that he did to Mark Chikasi, which is I'm going to clinch you up against the cage, right, strategically, so that when I can get off the break, I can hit you with a 4, 5, 6 punch combo to where now you have no choice but to shoot at my legs. I think if he can make it ugly, like the uglier the fight is, the more in favor of Borshchev. The cleaner, more technical, the more in favor of Mike Davis. Would you agree?
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree, especially with the power balance differential that Borshchev has. He has that danger on the inside of the guard, which I think will really come in handy for the fight.
Exactly, man. Now, if we're sitting here saying, is one of these dudes going to get knocked out? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know if that's the case. I think that this is going to be a very technical chess match, 3-round barn burner, and I think that's why they slated it for the first fight of the main card, like we speak on multiple times. So I don't have too much more analysis of this other than chess match incoming, right? Two very balanced opponents who basically know each other's strengths and weaknesses are just going to go tit for tat and just see who gets the job done. So if I was a betting man, honestly, and I am a betting man, clearly, that's why we do the show, right? I would recommend you guys, and this is just me. AJ might have his own opinion. I say this is more or less of a stay away for me. You know what I mean? Just because anything can happen, and I wouldn't be surprised if either one won. I wouldn't be surprised if either one did something crazy. Like, there's no surprises here. Anything can go down. What is your opinion on this matchup?
I'd agree with you. If I'm willing to lay some money down on this one, which obviously we're on this show, but this one's a stay away. This one's a rough one because I can see this fight ending. So I literally, while you were talking, Derek, I was like, could this one end in a finish? I could see both of these fighters getting to a clinch and crazy punch combo comes out and they finish the other fighter against the cage. I can also see him doing it with some crazy spinning knockout heel kick, something like that. There's multiple ways in which this one can win, which in my mind, stay away because this one's going to be very hard to pin down which one's going to win. And as much as I agree with you, Derek, I think that decision is probably the way I'm going to rock. Yeah. Fuck it, man. I'm actually going to go TKO, Mike Davis. I'm going to go round 2 late round 2. Let's go late round 2.
Okay, well, 2.5 rounds, minus 120 for the over, minus 110 for the under. So the odds makers don't even know. The odds makers don't even know, bro. It's like a slight lean for the over, but honestly, that doesn't mean anything. So just so we have it, folks, just to be clear, I have it as 1, 2. I have 3 finishes out of 6 fights, 50% finishes. My man AJ, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 out of 6, my man. You're going finish heavy on this one. It'll be fun to see. It'll definitely be fun to see. But that is your main card right here, and I will just say, man, this is going to be a fun fight. I could see either one of these dudes finishing the fight kind of like Leon Edwards, Kamaru Usman, where it's just like, bam, one hitter quitter, walk off. You know what I'm saying? But